President Joe Biden has signed into law what he calls a once-in-a-generation infrastructure investment.
The president also hosted a summit with tribal leaders and signed an executive order that targets crimes against Native Americans.
Alex Cameron has more from our News on 6 Washington bureau.
A blustery and brisk fall day in D.C. is the backdrop for this busy day at the White House, punctuated by a bill signing that had been many months in the making.
So my message to the American people is this: America's moving again, and your life is going to change for the better.
Before signing the landmark legislation, President Biden thanked all who helped make it happen, inside and outside the Beltway.
Red states, blue states, you all contacted me. You all said you were for this. You all stepped up. And more than 375 mayors, Democrats and Republicans.
Mayors and cities have fought to get infrastructure funding for the better part of a decade.
Oklahoma City Mayor David Holt has been a leading advocate for infrastructure funding. He attended today's ceremony and says it doesn't matter to him that Oklahoma's congressional delegation opposed the bill.
I'm just glad it passed. You know, whoever had to vote for it or against it at this point is immaterial. We're getting the infrastructure dollars that our city needs.
Over the next 5 years, the measure calls for investing $110 billion in roads and bridges, $55 billion in clean drinking water, $65 billion in broadband internet access, $42 billion in ports and airports, and $66 billion to improve and expand passenger rail.
Amtrak is promising to extend the Heartland Flyer north to Kansas, which would connect us really to the whole Amtrak system.
Also in the bill is $13 billion in funding for infrastructure in Indian country, which the president brought up earlier during the Tribal Nations Summit.
And so I'm very proud to say that when I signed the bill outside in the South Lawn shortly, the single largest investment in tribal infrastructure ever is going to occur.
Now the attention shifts back to the Capitol, where the House will reportedly try to pass the other major part of the president's agenda, the so-called Build Back Better bill, later this week. At the White House, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.